Hello everyone and welcome back to the Adventures in Collecting YouTube channel, where we take a deeper look at the toys we talk about on the show, and this is a bonus episode. So the past 2 weeks we have gone over the Deadpool 2 Cable and the Deadpool 2 Domino, and when this showed up today, way ahead of schedule, it was literally burning a hole in my being. We have the Deadpool and Negasonic Teenage Warhead 2-pack. Just came in from Amazon. Like I mentioned, it got here a little bit early. This thing, I have been since I have started purchasing Marvel Legends figures, I have been waiting for them to do a film Deadpool. So I was a little bit late to the Marvel Legends game. Clearly I have caught up and done some financial damage along the way, but I'm so excited for this figure. So real quick, let's take a look at the box so that way I can feed my habit and get this open and really get my hands on this for the first time. I am extremely excited. So here in the nice big window here, this is the only 2-pack for the Deadpool version of the X-Men Marvel Legends, celebrating the 20 years of X-Men films. So we have the nice big window here where you can see all the accessories. You can see that Deadpool comes with a variety of hands. We have pistol hands, we have full open hands, we have katana grabbing hands, we have fists, we have katanas, we have guns, we have a dagger. He does have 2 guns here. I don't know if you could really see. He does have 2 guns in holsters here. I'm hoping that those are not permanently affixed. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And then over here, of course, we have Teenage Negasonic Warhead, and she's looking great. And she has some additional accessories there, including some flame effects, which we have seen before, as well as interchangeable hands for both open and closed. On the back, we get the really nice silhouettes that we've been getting with these X-Men characters. I really like that Negasonic's both her earring and her septum piercing stick out. I think that's really neat. Again, for those of you that are keeping this mint on card, this is a gorgeous set. Amazon shipped this to me really nicely. I mean, like, the corners are crisp on it. If were I not an opener, I would almost feel bad opening it, but I don't. So with that, let's pop it open and let's take a look at Deadpool and Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
I am so sorry. So sorry.
All right, and we're back. And I am both elated and simultaneously disappointed. I have some conflicting feelings here. All right, so first, let's do the good. Good is, boy, does this figure look good. It just looking at it looks like there's Ryan Reynolds is under there. I mean, there's there's no other, just that. I mean, it's just kind of that movie magic, like what they did to make this character look not silly on screen in this outfit is just, it's perfect. I mean, they absolutely nailed the likeness. Now, where the conundrum is, you know what? Let's do our usual first. Let's do our breakdown. When we get to it, we'll get to it. I see what you did, Hasbro. You did us dirty a little bit, but all right. So we have the likeness. It's great. The detail on the costume is fantastic. There's little stab marks and bullet holes and just kind of the detail in his actual suit is just, it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. We have really great butterfly joints a la, Spider-Man. So he's got some really good movement. He's sleek. He's not overly muscular. He looks mobile. I mean, he looks like Deadpool. He has some really great, sculpted on accessories here. The belt and shoulder strap are loose, but they are molded, so they're not coming off without cutting it, which don't you dare. And as we go down, we have the same thing with the belt. The belt is also loose, but there's no peg there to take that out. There's no little strap. Onto his back, he has the katanas. The katanas fit nicely in them. They're well painted overall. No real complaints there. They slide in. And actually, as you approach the hilt, they actually kind of wedge in a little bit, which is nice. Same goes for the sheath in his knife, his dagger sheath. The dagger has a little bit of a kind of pinch to it at the top in order to keep it in, so it's not going to fall out while he's articulating. To the problem. He has these wonderful pistols that are sculpted into the holsters. They do not come out. Which is ridiculous because he also comes with 2 pistols. And let me put in one of his pistol hands here so that way you can see. And the pistols. So now Deadpool, when you have him holding his pistols, which these almost look like strange, like futuristic laser guns. He has these, and then he has these beautiful, they almost look like they're like Iron Eagles in his holster that he can't take out and use. And why? Why? You gave everyone else the pistols and holsters. Why not him? Why not him? Why not Deadpool? What was the reason? I would somebody please tell me why they had to nerf this figure with that. I mean, I'm actually like a little upset. I'm a little upset. They have movement to them too, which is all the more upsetting. I gotta see if somebody was able to get these things out. If you have seen a way to get these things out without damaging him or the actual pistol parts, please leave that below in the comments so that way we can see it, because I don't understand why they would do that. I mean, it can't be a realistic gun issue because I mean, Cable has a he has the BFG, which is not realistic at all, but he has a standard sidearm, doesn't he? I know Domino does. Domino has 2 Uzis and a standard sidearm. Hang on a second. I'm gonna try to do this without knocking everybody over. Alright, so Cable does not have a yes he does. So Cable, figure in the same way, another gorgeous figure, comes with a standard pistol. Like, it is just a pistol. Like, there's nothing futuristic, nothing laser gun about it. He's got a nice holster that it fits in. But then poor Deadpool has his signature loadout, and then he has these goofy laser guns. Boo! Boo to you. I'm not happy with that. So we'll figure that out. On to articulation. So mad. All right. On to articulation. So Deadpool's articulation, he can look down very well. He does have a level of double articulation here, but it's kind of it doesn't really allow for additional neck movement. I think it's there just for the sake of the design and how they have how they have him set up. But he can look down considerably. And he could look up considerably. So, not bad. He does have a little bit of a head tilt, both left and right, which is perfect for, those kind of snarky poses. As I mentioned, he has the amazing butterfly joints. Full extension, maximum effort. We can very easily get him into the, have him do his X-Force. Yeah, so that's great. He does have an ab crunch, and thanks to the way that his his harness and belt are molded. He can crunch forward all the way. Even with his katanas in, he still gets a pretty decent crunch backwards. His legs, Deadpool can absolutely do the splits, no problem. He can kick straight back, all the way back, which is great. So, and all the way forward. No issue. Oh, I forgot, we do have the double jointed pinless elbows. So more of those pinless joints, which are great. We do have the ability to articulate his hands. They did do the thing. So his fists do the articulation this way and this way, as you can see, as well as the rotation. And then his shooting hands, they actually articulate the other way. So you have, the ability to point them down and up respectively, which is great. I am noticing another little issue here. It seems like they might have forgotten some paint. So you can see that one hand has silver and the other hand does not have the silver treatment to it. Yeah, his open hand does not have the silver treatment. As you can see, this silver treatment, silver treatment on this one. No silver treatment on this way. It's like hit or miss. Like, it's like some of them have the silver paint and other ones don't. So, that limits you to the way that you compare his hands. You just got to make sure that whatever hand you're using either has the silver paint or doesn't. Damn it. Why you do this? All right. Okay, moving down to his legs, we do have a double jointed knee, which is great. No pinless joints there. We can definitely see the pins. And then to his feet, he articulates all the way up, all the way down, and he does have the swivel. So, all in all, this is a fantastic figure. I'm happy. This is a little bit bittersweet because there are some obvious misses here, like the molded in guns and the wacky array of hand painting. The other thing, of course, go figure, they won't give him guns, but they do give him, you can't make this stuff up, guys. You can't make it up. They mold in his guns, yet give him the ability to hold his plush unicorn, and the unicorn is fairly well detailed, too, with texture and color, and, so he's got molded in guns, but he has a unicorn to defile. So, cool. Alright, so let's move on to the other figure in this package, who is no slouch herself, and she is such a small figure, too, because she's a teenager, and she feels, like a small figure, which is awesome. But, we have Negasonic Teenage Warhead herself here, looking fantastic. And I mean, this is a body that I'm pretty sure we've seen before. It doesn't look particularly newly sculpted or anything. This belt does. She's got a nice studded belt there. But again, nice detail across her outfit here. The detail, the paint, everything looks nice and clean. The likeness is great. We have the nice little dangly earring here. You'll see it more in the light box, but there is the septum piercing. And like I said, we do get exchangeable hands. So right now I have her two open hands on, and then these flame effects that we've seen countless times. I'm always game to have a little bit more flame effect with figures. These go a long way. They work across everything really, and they look great. It's a nice little effect piece, and it works with your other figures as well if you need it, but they fit right on. They look great. Onto her articulation. So she can look down significantly, and she can look up significantly. Of course, she has the right and left. She does have a little bit of a head tilt, enough to make it count. She does have not butterfly. She has just regular ball joints at the shoulders, but they do allow her to have a full extension, out without a problem. She has a single jointed elbow, but much like the other female characters, if you kind of spin the elbow around, you do get a better 90-degree tilt. There's some really great detail too on her actual arms. You can see that there's a little bit of like ribbing, in the actual piece there. Moving on to the waist, we do have just a single point at the half torso, so she can twist, and then she has the ability to crunch in both directions. The legs, we have the standard fare here. She can't quite do the splits. She can't kick back at all. That's literally as far as she can kick straight out. You have to do the, move the leg out and kick back sort of thing. So this is, an older sculpt that's a little bit limiting in terms of posability, but she does have the double jointed knee there. So she does get really good movement there. She has the upper thigh cut, and then of course the she actually has a calf swivel, and then the bottom we have the swivel and the pivot on the foot. So overall, let's talk about this set. So this is, from what we can tell, this is the end of the Deadpool figures, at least the ones that have been announced. So you get 4 total. You get Cable, who's your Walmart exclusive. Domino, still available on Amazon. Fantastic figure, arguably one of the best female Marvel Legends figures, period, that has ever been made. And end of discussion. And then you get you get this 2-pack here of Deadpool himself and Negasonic. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but the titular pack, the Deadpool 2-pack, has the most problems out of the 4 figures. And that's not to say that this figure it doesn't bring an absolute smile to my face. Having it, looking at it, it looks like Ryan Reynolds is under there, and bravo. But there's just certain decisions that they made with this figure, or mistakes that for me just it ruins the play value, because I mean, if he's using handguns and he has handguns in his holsters, I'm stuck on that one. I'm sorry, I'm stuck on it. So how do I rate this set? Well, you're paying $50 for it because you're paying the markup on these X-Men figures. So you're paying that $5 markup. Again, I don't know whether that's a licensing thing or it's just because these are special, but you're paying that markup and you're getting really great sculpts, and you're getting really great articulation and paint and detail and likenesses. You really are getting that, so that's without question. But whereas like the Cable figure has all this customization where you can switch out pieces on the gun, and he's able to hold everything, and yeah, so I'm a little disappointed that that's not the case here with our man Wade. So I'm gonna give this 1.5 thumbs. I'm gonna subtract half a thumb for some of the discretions. Do I think that this is a great set? Yes. Do I think it's worth $50? $45. No, I think $50 is a fair price for this. I think it's going to be tough to get. I think a lot of people are going to be upset about those molded in guns on him. I mean, it's just such an iconic thing, not just in the films, but for the character in general. For him to not be able to use these is, frankly, it's a big miss. And again, I'm going to see if there's a way to extract them without damaging him or the guns. Maybe a hair dryer. I don't know if they're just kind of glued in. It's gonna bother me. Yeah. So that being said, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there so that way you don't miss videos like this and get to hear me complaining about toys. Let's try that again. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down there so that way you don't miss videos like this where we talk about toys in further detail. And while you're subscribing to things, make sure you're following us here at AIC_podcast on Instagram and Twitter, where we're constantly posting toy news and pictures and toy photography and displays and all kinds of cool stuff. And then, of course, make sure you're listening to the podcast. We're live every other Monday. At the time of recording this here video, we will be celebrating our 1 year anniversary of podcasting, which is a lot of fun. So make sure you check that episode out. I'll include a link to it below, along with a link to our website, so that way you can check everything out. So as always, maximum effort. Until next time. Ooh, you bastards. They fucking did it.